Hi, it's Julie. I'm here at this inspired space again, studio of Inspired Health and Wellness, and I just wanted to show you a little something. So a lot of times, I want to say downward dog, but that's not what I'm talking about. Child's pose is used as a resting pose, and for some people, it's not comfortable at all. I happen to love child's pose, but not everybody is like that. So I want to give you some other variations that you can use. First, I'll show you child's pose that I love. And it's nice, first of all, to have a little blanket, a folded blanket on your mat, just to give a little extra softness for your knees. And for me, I sometimes like to have my knees closer together, and sometimes I like them a little wider. It kind of depends on what's going on. But I just like to have a nice long supple spine and slide my fingers forward and rest my forehead onto the floor. And for me, this feels quite lovely in child's pose. So the idea is that the forehead is resting down on the floor so that you can have that sense of release. If you're holding your head up, you're not going to get that. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, you could stack your hands, stack your fists, or use a block. So I'm going to show you that. And then arms can be lengthening out in front, or if it feels better for you, you could have them back more towards your feet. So that's another option. Another great option is to use the bolster. So if you have fortunate enough to have a bolster at home, or you could maybe roll up a thick blanket or something so that it's long and going to support you. That's important. You can use this version. So knees are wider to fit the bolster between the knees. And I'm actually going to release my chest down onto the bolster and then turn my head to one side so I can breathe. And kind of use my arms to just gently hug the bolster. So now I am able to completely relax, release, and rest into this pose. And for some people, this is very lovely. Even for me, I mean, I love the other version that I showed you, but some days this is a great way. It just feels so restful, cozy, and restorative, right? Kindness to the body, kindness to the self. That's what we're all about here at Inspired Health and Wellness. Now, one more version, because you'll notice that my buttocks have been resting down on my heels, and that doesn't work for everybody. So for some people, putting a bolster or even a good sized cushion, maybe you could steal one from the couch, placing that between the buttocks and the heels. So I'm not bending as low now either, and I could still choose to use a bolster here to release down onto, or I could choose to use block. And remember, there are different heights to the block too, right? So don't be afraid to use a higher height. And then my forearms are just resting. I have a nice, long, comfortable spine here. I could choose to stack my fists instead. So lots of versions for you to try. Don't be afraid to use the props. The props are fun. One more, it's like an upside down version of child's pose. So this is called little boat. We do this one a lot in class too. So for this one, bend my knees, feet are flat on the floor, and just rolling down through my spine so that I'm laying down fully on my spine. Back of my head is resting into the mat. So I'm getting this sense of release here. And then hugging the knees in towards the chest. So again, knees can be close together, knees can be wide apart. Could have one hand on each knee, could actually be hugging the knees. So again, sense of release, lengthening the spine, closing the eyes, turning inwards. So if those other versions that I showed you of child's pose don't work for you, then please feel free to come into Little Boat at any time in class that you need to rest, and especially if child's pose is what's been asked for, but it's not going to work for you. Even if the teacher asks you to do certain things, remember, you are responsible for your own safety and you know what feels right for your body. All right, thanks very much. And make sure to send me a message if you have any questions or need clarification. Namaste.